Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the Beaner Baseball Field here in Hutchinson, it's HARC Youth Baseball Championship Playoff time, the new Major League Division. Game 3 of a best-of-3 championship series featuring the Pirates taking on the Angels. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupain. We welcome you aboard for this evening's championship Game 3. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We'll be back with the first pitch after this message. The Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation.
Esophageal reflux affects 20% of Americans and can lead to heartburn, regurgitation, chest pain, and difficulty swallowing. Reflux is caused by stomach contents passing a faulty valve and entering the esophagus. Ulcers and precancerous tissue can then form. Offer the latest testing and treatment for reflux disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
We're back here at the Beaner Field in Hopwood, Game 3 of this best-of-3 championship series. The Pirates taking Game 1 by a score of 7-3. The Angels coming back with a come-from-behind win in Game 2, winning 9-8. We'll see what Game 3 has in store. The Pirates to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off, and in left field, number 3, Mark Tanner. Batting second and pitching, number 5, Tate Musco. Batting third and in center field, number 8, Paxton Petronas. Devin Kravosky wearing number 9 in the cleanup spot and playing first base. Patrick Kavanaugh is catching, and he's batting fifth wearing number 12. Connor Kalich, number 7, batting sixth and playing third base. Billy Large batting seventh, the shortstop wearing number 6. Crew Livingston, number 4, playing second base and batting eighth. Connor D'Amico batting ninth in right field. And the 2 designated hitters, Philip Holt is batting 10th, and Tucker Schondelmeyer is batting 11th for the Pirates here today. Defensively for the Angels, Darren Dunn's out in left, Grayson Jarrett in center, and Jaden Ringer in right. Around the Hornets, Grant Scala third, Carter Rosendale playing shortstop, C.J. Gesk playing second base, and Brian Andrews playing first base. Johnny Skocciolak, the lefty on the hill for the Angels, and Ethan Butter catching here today. Skocciolak finishes up his last couple of warm-up tosses. Mark Tanner will step in for the Pirates, and we'll get this contest underway. Rich Klink calling the balls and strikes here today. Todd Shanvakeep on the bases here today for the umpiring crew here in Hopwood. And just about set to go. Tanner, the Pirates left fielder, stepping in. Again, the Pirates coached by Matt Kalich. Rob Gesk, the head coach of the Angels. And the first pitch to Tanner in there for a strike, 0-1. Nice delivery from Johnny Skocciolak. And all of the pitchers here in this best-of-3 championship series limited to 6 innings throughout the course of the series. And that pitch is low to even the count at 1-1. Scott Ulak to Tanner. It's been kind of interesting the way the schedule's worked out because of weather and the holidays and a lot of these players playing on traveling teams as well. This series has actually been contested over a 3-week period, and there's a nice shot there from Mark Tanner into center field. Grayson Jarrett, a quick relay in, but a leadoff single to center for Mark Tanner to get this contest underway for the Pirates. And with the way this series kind of shook out, the Pirates with that 7-3 win in Game 1, and the Pirates were cruising in Game 2 before the Angels rallied back in the late innings for that 9-8 win. I think the Pirates might get a 2-game sweep, but credit the Angels for hanging in there and getting that come-from-behind win in Game 2. Now Tate Musco at the plate, and it's back-to-back hits to start this game for the Pirates into Darren Dunn out and left. Mark Tanner just staying at second base, going station to station. And back-to-back singles from Tanner and Musco for the Pirates here in the top half of the first. And now Paxton Petronas, the Pirates center fielder, coming to the plate. And he'll swing at the first pitch. Ground ball to third, knocked down there by Scala, and he'll make the tag out himself, sending it out to Mark Tanner. Retiring Mark Tanner, excuse me. A lead runner. Goes in the books as the fielder's choice, 5 unassisted. So now you have Petronas at first, Musco at second, 1 out in the inning with Devin Kravoski at the plate for the Pirates. Pirates have been aggressive here at the plate early on. But taking a ball this time is Devin Kravoski, the lefty Pirates first baseman. Now Scott Ulak's 1-0 here to Kravoski. Kravoski ground ball here on the right side. Gesk is there. He'll make the easy throw over to first to Brian Andrews to get the out. Now Andrews handing the ball off to pitcher Johnny Scott-Ulak to make sure the runners don't try to advance on the Pirates side. And now you have runners on second and third. Musco down at third, Petronas at second, and Patrick Cavanaugh at the plate. A lot of power in Cavanaugh's bat. The first pitch is low for ball 1. Connor Kalich due up next for the Pirates if they get that far here in the top half of the first inning. This field has taken some rain over the last couple of days. Credit the grounds crew to get it playable for baseball here tonight. And that pitch missing outside, and you can tell early on Scott Ulak being very careful with Patrick Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh deep in that batter's box. Scott Ulak's 2-0 to Cavanaugh. Swing and a miss there. Cavanaugh might have got a little foul tip on that one. Counted 2-1. Now the 2-1. Timeout called there behind the plate by Rich Klink. That pitch missing low. Count now 3-1. And we have 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Pirates threatening, but they've got to get a run across. 3-1 pitch, and Cavanaugh swings, pops it up. That could be trouble, and it drops in shallow center field. Grayson Jarrett on to field it. Runners were pretty much running right at the Cavanaugh hit there, and Cavanaugh with a double to center field, picking up 2 RBIs. Scoring on the plate, Tate Musco and Paxton Petronas. And the Pirates strike first, taking an early 2-0 lead. Now Connor Kalich, the 6th Pirate to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Hard ground ball here, through on the right side past Andrews in the right field. Jaden Ringer with a relay in. And the Pirates score another run as Cavanaugh comes across to score. And there's Kalich able to get into second for the Pirates. And he was thinking about getting down to third there with that ball hopping away there from Ethan Butter, the Angels catcher. So give Kalich an RBI. Runs scored for Kavanaugh. 3 across here in the top half of the first. Now Billy Large coming to the plate. Large fouls off the first pitch. Counted 0-1. We've seen the Pirates certainly very aggressive here at the plate in this top half of the first inning. Another well-hit ball right to Guest, gets second. He'll send it over to Brian Andrews at first for the third out of the inning. Large retired 4-3, but the Pirates send 7 men to the plate, pick up 3 runs. And as we head to the bottom half of the first inning, it's a 3-0 lead for the Pirates over the Angels here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Heading to the bottom half of the first inning here at the Beaner Field, the Pirates leading the Angels by a score of 3-0. The Angels will have C.J. Gesk leading off and playing second base. Jaden Ringer bats second. He's in right field. Carter Rosendale batting third and playing shortstop. Johnny Skajulak in the cleanup position pitching. Brian Andrews batting fifth and playing first base. Ethan Butters, the catcher, batting sixth. Grayson Jarrett batting seventh. In center field, Grant Scala's batting eighth. He's the third baseman. Darren Dunn's in left field batting ninth. Nathan Pegg and Ian Hamilton, the 2 designated hitters for the Angels here today. Defensively for the Pirates, Mark Tanner out in left, Paxton Petronas in the center, and Connor D'Amico in right. Around the horn, Connor Kalich at third, Billy Large at short. Crew Livingston playing second base, Devin Krawowski playing first. Tate Musco getting the start on the mound, and Patrick Kavanaugh catching for the Pirates here today. We mentioned the Pirates scoring 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Tate Musco, Paxton Petronas, and Patrick Kavanaugh coming around to score. Connor Kalich picking up an RBI. Patrick Kavanaugh picking up 2 RBIs. This is double to center field, drove in both Musco and Petronas. Now the Angels trying to get a couple back. C.J. Gesk leading off, facing a lefty, Tate Musco. Lefties on both sides here today to start the game. Musco's first pitch misses high to Gesk. 1-0. As we said, Rich Kling calling the balls and strikes. Todd Chavanki on the bases as Gesk fouls that one off. And catching a car on the road behind us. Gesk set to go again. Next pitch from Musco outside. Got out 2-1. Musco to Gesk. Well, off-speed pitch there, just off the plate. Got out 3-1. Brian Rozak alongside Jerry Dupé. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network as our summer baseball coverage starts to wrap up. We'll be into football mode here very soon as Gesk walks to lead off the bottom half of the first inning here for the Angels. Now Jaden Ringer will come to the plate. Ringer, the Angels' right fielder, wearing number 3. As Tate Musco tries to get into a groove for the Pirates on the mound. First pitch here to Ringer. Catching the inside corner for a strike. Ringer actually stepped back a little bit, thinking the pitch might be inside. Guess plenty of speed on the bases. Let's see how aggressive the Angels are here early on. 0-1 pitch missing high. Remember, Patrick Cavanaugh has a pretty good arm as well. He's been one of the better pitchers for the Pirates so far this season. He might be maxed out, though, on innings for this championship series. I think he went 4 in the game 1 that we brought you here. And from what I understand, he might have pitched an inning or 2 in game 2 as well. The Pirates might not have him available as a pitching option here in game 3. As Musco tries to find the strike zone here against Jaden Ringer. Lines and fires the next pitch. That's high for ball 4. So back-to-back walks to start this game. In the bottom half of the first inning, Musco walking Gesk and Ringer. Now Matt Kalich will come out and have a little talk here with Musco. Patrick Cavanaugh also coming out. Coach Kalich wanting to make sure that Musco's feeling okay out there. 2 on, nobody out for the Angels here in the bottom half of the first inning. The Pirates with 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Leading 3-0. Now Carter Rosendale, the shortstop at the plate. First pitch to Rosendale, missing for ball 1. And you have Gesk almost halfway down the line there. Thinking about trying to go to third. Don't want to get too aggressive, though, right now with 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Rosendale swinging there. Nice defensive stop by Billy Large and getting the lead man. The nice throw over to Connor Kalich at third, who puts the foot on the bag. Fielder's choice, 6-5. Retires the lead runner, Gesk. That puts Rosendale on first, Ringer on second. Now 1 out in the inning. And Johnny Skotulak at the plate. Lefty Skotulak from deep in the batter's box. That bright orange and black bat. Musco's first pitch to Skotulak, breaking ball, and Johnny, a little chopper back here to Musco, looking for the force out at third. It was close, and the ball was dropped there by Kalich, so safe over at third is Ringer. If Kalich was able to hang on, I think the out would have been recorded there on Ringer, who was the lead runner. Now the base is loaded for Brian Andrews. One out here in the inning. Andrews focused at the plate, the big guy. Takes strike 1. Nice pitch there from Musco. This turned out to be a nice night for youth baseball here in Hopwood. Breaking ball missing high. Count even at 1-1. Musco to Andrews. Andrews getting the start at first base today for the Angels. 1-1 pitch right down the pipe. Swing and a miss there from Brian. Count out 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the inning. Big spot for Andrews and the Angels. 1-2 pitch, and Andrews hard ground ball through on the right side. Snared there by D'Amico, but 2 runs will score on the play. Coming across, Jaden Ringer and Carden Rosendale, and the Angels back to within 1 at 3-2. 2 RBI single to right for Brian Andrews. Now you have Skotulak on second, Andrews on first. Ethan Butter, the 6th Angel, to come to the plate here in the bottom half of the first inning. Angels now down only 3-2. Musco's first pitch right down the pipe to Ethan Butter. Counted 0-1. Now Musco's 0-1, breaking ball. In there for a strike. 2 strikes now on Ethan Butter, the Angels catcher. Musco taking his time. 2-strike pitch, and a little throwaway there. Trying to get Butter to chase. Count moves to 1-2. And 2 on, 1 out. 2 runs already across for the Angels. They trail by 1. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice sequence there from Tate Musco. Musco picks up his first strikeout of the game. Now 2 outs in the inning. Grayson Jarrett, the 7th Angel to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. The center fielder wearing number 9. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Grant Scala due up next for the Angels. Next pitch for Musco, swing and a miss. Count out 1-1, Musco to Jarrett. Musco's 1-1 off the plate. Count out 2-1. Two 2-1 on the way, and this ball set in foul territory over the fence and out of play. To even up the count at 2-2. Both of these teams hitting the ball well early on. 5 runs combined here in the first inning. And there's your strike 3. Jarrett punched out. Musco, a nice little rally back there late in the bottom half of the first inning. Getting Butter and Jarrett on strikeouts. The Angels get 2 after 1. It's the Pirates 3, the Angels 2 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Back here at the Beaner Field in Hopwood, moving to the top half of the second inning. The Pirates leading the Angels by a score of 3-2. Crew Livingston, Connor D'Amico, and Phillip Hall due up for the Pirates here in the top half of the second. Both of these teams sent 7 men to the plate in the first inning. The Pirates picking up 3 runs, the Angels picking up 2, and here's Livingston taking the first pitch for strike 1 against Johnny Skotulak. Just one change for the Angels. Nate Pegg now out in the left field replacing Darren Dunn for this half inning. And there's Livingston, ground ball to short. Rosendale there. Nice throw over to first to Brian Andrews to retire Livingston. 6-3 for the first out of this top half of the second inning. Now Connor D'Amico coming to the plate, the Pirates right fielder. D'Amico also deep in the batter's box. Takes the first pitch, low and outside against Johnny Skotulak. And the Pirates got here to this game 3, the 13-1 win over the Blue Jays in the semis as D'Amico fouls off that pitch against Skotulak. Took game 1 over the Angels here in the championship series 7-3 before dropping game 2 9-8. Pirates certainly have shown the ability throughout this HARC playoffs to hit the ball well and scoring 13 runs in the semis. 7 runs in game 1 and 8 runs in game 2. trying to continue that trend here today with 3 runs already after the first inning. Connor D'Amico and company trying to keep it going here in the second inning. D'Amico, chopper again over to Rosendale. Long throw over to first in time to Brian Andrews to retire Connor D'Amico 6-3. So Rosendale pretty busy over there at the shortstop position here in the top half of the second inning, making 2 nice solid defensive plays. And Brian Andrews also hanging on over at first base as well. 2 up, 2 down. Now Phillip Hall, one of the 2 designated hitters at the plate. Ground ball over to Andrews, and he'll make the play. 3 unassisted for the third out of the inning. So a 1-2-3, top half of the second inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still 3-2 Pirates over the Angels here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Back here in Hopwood of the Beaner Field, Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. Pirates leading the Angels 3-2 as we move to the bottom half of the second inning. Game 3 of a best-of-3 championship series here in the new Major League Division, the former Little League here in Hopwood. Grant Scala, Darren Dunn, and Nate Pegg due up in this half inning for the Angels. The Angels led by Brian Andrews with a 2 RBI single to right in the bottom half of the first inning. Andrews driving in Jaden Ringer and Carter Rosendale, for the Angels' 2 runs. Angels trying to keep it going here with some production from the bottom half of their order. Now Scala to lead things off. Swings at the first pitch, ground ball to short. Billy Large is there. Throw over to first in time. To Devin Kravoski to retire Scala 6-3. So you saw a couple of ground balls in the top half of the second inning to Carter Rosendale over at short. Now Billy Large, the Pirates shortstop, busy as well with a ground ball from Grant Scala. And much like Rosendale back in the top half of the second inning, Scala grounding out to Billy Large, and Large showing some solid defense as well. Now the Angels with 1 out with Darren Dunn at the plate. The lefty taking the first pitch high for ball 1. Dunn getting the start here today in left field. Swinging here, another ground ball to Billy Large at short. Makes the play again. Solid throw over to Devin Kravoski. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 ground balls over to Billy Large at short. And now Nate Pegg coming to the plate. One of 2 Angels designated hitters here today, along with Ian Hamilton. Musco's first pitch high to Pegg for ball 1. saw the Angels in Game 1 get a lot of production out of the bottom half of their order. Trying to carry that over here to Game 3 of the championship series. Nice pitch there from Musco right down the pipe. Kind of 2-1 now. Musco to Nate Pegg. That one fouled off. 2 strikes now on Pegg. Game time temperature actually cooled off to 79 degrees. We were approaching 90 earlier on today. Lights now on. And there's strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Tate Musco. Second backwards K. And it's a 1-2-3 bottom half of the second inning. So after 2, it's the Pirates 3, the Angels 2 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
You don't have to travel to Pittsburgh to get good representation. We've been doing it since 1976. We've been successful. We can help you right here at home.
We know the nuances of the legal system in Uniontown in Fayette County. We know the nuances of the legal system in Waynesburg and in Washington.
We know the system. We know where the courthouse is, and we know where to park. And at our office, you can park for free.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
3-2, the Pirates over the Angels. We move to the top half of the third inning. Here in this decisive Game 3 of this best-of-3 championship series, the Angels making a number of changes defensively here for the top half of the third. Carter Rosendale, the new pitcher. Ethan Butter still catching. Brian Andrews now playing third. Grayson Jarrett playing shortstop. Jaden Ringers, the new second baseman. And Johnny Skotulak, who was pitching, now playing first base. C.J. Gesk, who was playing second base, now out in center field for the Angels. To start this top half of the third, it will be Tucker Schondelmeyer to lead things off here for the Pirates. And Schondelmeyer swinging at the first pitch. Ground ball to second. Ringer there over to first to Skotulak for the first out of the inning. So Schondelmeyer retired 4-3. In fact, 5 straight Pirates have been retired. Large to end the first. A 1-2-3 second inning with Livingston, D'Amico, and Hall going down. And now Schondelmeyer retired to start the third. But it's back to the top of the order, and Mark Tanner, who singled to center field to start this game back in the top half of the first inning. Was facing Johnny Skotulak, then now facing Carter Rosendale with another well-hit ball out into center field to C.J. Gesk. And now 2 singles in the game for Mark Tanner, and the Pirates in business here in the top half of the third. Tate Musco now coming to the plate. Musco also had a single to left field and scored a run back in the first inning. And certainly the part of the Pirates order, which throughout the course of the season has been very productive. That first pitch fouled back by Musco on the left side. Counted 0-1. 1 out here in the inning. Tanner at first. The lights on. Rosendale's 0-1 pitch to Musco is now bunting and sends it foul. Down the third baseline. Pirates playing a little small ball here on the Little League level. Haven't seen too much bunting in this division. It's nice to see the guys here for the Pirates learning that skill set early on. That pitch missing outside. Musco now with a 1-2 count, forced to protect the plate.
Jake, you're backing up every pitch. Grayson got to get there after every pitch on steal.
Rosendale taking his time. 1-2 on the way, and that's in there for strike three. Runner going, throw down to second. Tanner's in there with a stolen base. And calls time quickly. Nice pitch there from Rosendale, sending down Tate Musco, 2 away. Tanner in scoring position, and Paxton Petronas coming to the plate. Pirates up 3-2. Petronas grounded into a fielder's choice, did score a run back in the first inning. Swings the first pitch here, and it's a gap shot to the deepest part of the park, right near the 230 sign. It will score Tanner. Relay just coming in, and they're going to wave Petronas home, play at the plate, and he's tagged out for the third out of the inning. So Petronas with an RBI triple. Couldn't get home for the inside the park home run, but does drive in Mark Tanner for the Pirates' 4th run of the game. A lot of action there. Let's take a look at that one again. Gap shot there from Petronas, sending the Angels all the way back near that 230 sign, just to the right of the flagpole out there at right center field. The relay finally coming in and getting Petronas at the plate. As we said, Mark Tanner scoring on the play, so still a productive at-bat, and you really can't question the decision to wave Petronas home at all from Matt Kalich. Gotta be aggressive, but Petronas driving in Tanner gives the Pirates a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom half of the third here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew. Your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Moving now to the bottom half of the third inning, a 4-2 lead for the Pirates over the Angels. The Angels with Ian Hamilton, C.J. Gesk, and Jaden Ringer due up. The first pitch high to Ian Hamilton. Tate Musco still on the mound for the Pirates, but a couple of other defensive changes we'll get to in just a moment. 1-0 pitch now to Hamilton. High again, counted 2-0. Mark Tanner now playing third base. Connor Kalich moving from third to second. Connor D'Amico now out in left field, and Phillip Hall playing right field for the Pirates to start this bottom half of the third inning. Hamilton fouling back the 2-0 pitch from Musco. Got now a 2-1. Pirates scoring 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Angels coming back with 2 runs in the bottom half of the first inning, and the Pirates getting that big hit from Paxton Petronas. He tripled to right center field, picking up an RBI, driving in Mark Tanner, and a well-hit ball there from Ian Hamilton into center field. Petronas on to field it, and from the bottom half of the order, Hamilton. A productive hit there, a single to center field, and the Angels in business here, down 2 in the bottom half of the third inning. On the top of the order, and C.J. Gesk. Gesk started off the game with a walk. Back in the bottom half of the first inning, swings at the first pitch here and fouls it back. Counted 0-1. And had the first 5 Angels all with some production. You had Gesk and Ringer walking. Ringer scored a run. Rosendale grounded into a fielder's choice but got on and scored a run. Scotchy liked the infield single, and then the 2 RBI single for Brian Andrews. And their Gesk hit by a pitch. So he's on for the second time in 2 plate appearances, and the Angels with runners on first and second with nobody out. And Jaden Ringer coming to the plate. Ringer started out the game playing right field, now playing second base for the Angels. As we said, walked and scored a run back in the first inning. He's showing bunt, pulls back. Pitch misses for ball 1. Big spot here for the Angels to try to get back into this game down 2. At 4-2. Musco's next pitch to Ringer. And their pitch missing high. Next pitch to Ringer. Missing outside again, and Musco having a little trouble now finding the strike zone. That pitch right down the pipe for a strike. Nice bounce back pitch from Musco. That one foul. Now the first baseline. Tate's dad, Kenny, the Uniontown baseball coach, one of the Pirates' assistant coaches. And Tate coming back with a big pitch there, sending down Jaden Ringer. First out of the inning. Now Carter Rosendale at the plates. Rosendale chopper just going foul down the third baseline. Kenny's done a nice job with the Uniontown baseball program over the last couple of years. Had the Red Raiders in the playoffs a couple of times. Nice to see the improvement with the Red Raiders. Of course, one of their issues has been trying to find a playing field over the last couple of years. The last 2 years, they've actually played their home games here at Hutchinson. A little chopper from Rosendale right back to Musco. Quick move, but I don't think Hravoski's foot was on the bag in time when the ball got over that way from Musco. It was a close play, but I think Hravoski had the foot off the bag. It was a good call. That'll load up the bases. Pirates coaching staff a little unhappy. I think the correct call was made. Over at first, Hravoski just picked that foot off the first base bag, and that has them loaded. Here for Johnny Skocilak with 1 out in the inning. Angels down 2, and Skocilak taking the first pitch high and outside for ball 1. Johnny an infield single back in the first inning. 1-0. Sent foul down the third baseline. Evens up the count at 1-1. Well hit ball, fair ball down the third base line. 2 runs will come across to score. Relay coming in. 2 RBI, double to left to tie the game for Johnny Skocilak. Ian Hamilton and CJ Gesk scoring for the Angels. Now you have Carter Rosendale down at third. Johnny Skocilak at second. First base open with Brian Andrews at the plate. 1 out in the inning, and this game tied at 4. Andrews first pitch swinging, sends it foul down the first base line. This game tied again, 4-4. Bottom half of the third. And the Pirates took game 1 7-3. Angels a 9-8 winning game 2. And Andrews taking a strike there. 2 strikes now on Brian Andrews, who had a 2 RBI single to right back in the first inning. He's the 6th Angel to bat here in the bottom half of the third. And a rip there from Andrews all the way back to the wall over the head of Phillip Hall. 2 runs across. Rosendale and Skocilak scoring on the play. And Andrews into third with a stand-up triple. Andrews having a big game. 4 RBIs for Brian Andrews. And 4 runs here in the bottom half of the third inning for the Angels, who now lead 6-4. With Ethan Butter coming to the plate. And Butter swings and misses at the first pitch from Tate Musco. Butter, the 7th Angel to bat here in the bottom half of the third. With Andrews at third, off-speed pitch, missing low and inside. Andrews not going to attempt to come home there. Rob Gesk, the Angels head coach, coaching third. Next punch to Butter, high. Count now at 2-1. Pirates just trying to get out of the inning. Still only 1 out. Butter swing and a miss there. Count now even at 2-2. Both Butter and Grayson Jarrett behind him in the Angels batting lineup struck out back in the first inning. That pitch missing inside to Butter as we go full of 3-2. It's been a fun one so far. You'd expect that. Deciding game of this best-of-3 championship series. Nice pitch there from Tate Musco as Ethan Butter goes down for the second time in this contest. Backward K there for Musco. That's now 5 strikeouts. And Grayson Jarrett now at the plate. Musco's first pitch missing low. One-0. Catching the inside corner. Count even at 1-1. And Rich Klink calling the balls and strikes. Don Chavanki on the bases. Big cut there. Rolled a foul tip. And strike 2. Now Musco trying to send down Grayson Jarrett to end the inning. Fouled back. Jarrett stays alive. Productive inning for the Angels so far. 4 runs already across. They lead at 6-4. Next pitch, just missing inside. It's been a busy night here in Hopwood. The Uniontown American Legion team playing behind us, taking on Connellsville. That pitch high and inside. Jarrett doing a nice job to battle back here against Tate Musco. And Brian Andrews still down at third. Another pitch fouled back there by Grayson Jarrett to stay alive. And once again, another one fouled back by Grayson Jarrett. Grant Scala due up behind Grayson in the Angels lineup. Another one fouled back. Seen a lot of action here on the streets with some foul balls here tonight. And Jarrett reaching out for that one, scooping it out in a right field, and a catch made by Phillip Hall to end the inning. The little guy Hall doing a nice job to keep that one under him, keep it in his sights, and make the grab for the third out of the inning. But the Angels pick up 4 runs here in the bottom half of the third, and after 3, it's the Angels 6, the Pirates 4 here on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Angels leading the Pirates 6-4 as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé here in the South Union Township Sports Network. We thank you for joining us, whether you're watching on Armstrong Channel 61, Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, or on our YouTube page, youtube.com/South Union TV. You can also find us on Facebook by searching South Union Township Sports Network. Post all of our broadcasts, both on our Facebook page and on YouTube as well. Devin Kravoski, Patrick Cavanaugh, and Connor Kalich due up here in the top half of the fourth inning for the Pirates, facing Carter Rosendale's on the mound here in back-to-back innings for the Angels. Rosendale's first pitch missing low to Kravoski, count at 1-0. Kravoski grounded out 4-3 back in the first inning. 1-0 pitch, low and outside, now 2-0. Rosendale to Kravoski. Rosendale's 2-0. Kravoski fouls it off on the left side, counted 2-1. Pirates started off the game with 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Angels came back with 2 runs in the bottom half of the first. Neither team would score in the second inning. The Pirates adding to their then 3-2 lead with a run in the top half of the third, going up 4-2. But the Angels 4 runs in the bottom half of the third to take a 6-4 lead. Foul ball there from Kravoski. Count now 2-2. Rosendale to Kravoski as we start this top half of the fourth inning. 2-2 pitch. Kravoski, a well-hit ball through on the left side. Not in the left field. Relay coming in and down to second. Kravoski's out. Kravoski very aggressive there, but a nice relay coming in from left field. Angels getting the job done defensively. So it goes in the books as a single for Kravoski. Out at second. And 1 out here in the top half of the fourth. A little surprised to see Kravoski heading down to second with being the leadoff batter here in the fourth. The Pirates coaching staff pretty aggressive. Now Patrick Cavanaugh at the plate. We mentioned he's had plenty of punch in his bat. Chopper here to shorts. Angels make another solid play defensively. Grayson Jarrett sending it over to Johnny Skocilak for the second out of the inning. Now Connor Kalich coming to the plate. Kalich with an RBI double to center field back in the first inning. Pirates now finding themselves down 2. Big spot here as Kalich tries to get aboard. A nice pitch from Rosendale. Down the pipe for a strike. 0-1. Now the 0-1 swing and a miss out of Connor. Count out 0-2. Rosendale getting into the groove here for the Angels. 2 strikes now on Connor Kalich. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. Kalich fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. Sun beginning to set. And the 0-2 pitch just off the plate. Low and outside, now 1-2. Rosendale to Kalich. That one just off the plate again. Got now 2-2. That one low and outside. Go full of 3-2 now. Connor doing a nice job to work himself back into this at-bat. Counting full at 3-2. That pitch low for ball 4. So Connor Kalich doing a nice job to draw a walk there against Carter Rosendale. Now Billy Large coming to the plate. Large grounded out 4-3 to end the first inning. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Rosendale looking over for some instructions from the dugout. Little nubber right back to Carter. Little scoop over to first to Johnny Skocilek. To retire Billy Large 1-3. So the Pirates strand one. Got a little aggressive there with Devin Kravosky to lead off the inning. And the Pirates unable to come away with any runs as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. And still the Angels 6 and the Pirates 4 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Grant Scala, Darren Dunn, and Nathan Pegg due up here for the Angels in the bottom half of the fourth inning as they look for a couple of insurance runs. Still facing Tate Musco, and a ball getting through on the left side there for Scala. Single to left to start this bottom half of the fourth inning. That's been a key for the Angels here throughout this playoff series, production from the bottom half of their order. And Scala coming through once again with a single. We saw Ian Hamilton from the number 11 position in the batting lineup with a single last inning. That actually started an inning that saw the Angels score 4 runs and send 8 men to the plate. Trying to follow that up here. You have Darren Dunn at the plate, and you go back to game 1 of this championship series. Dunn got on in both plate appearances, an infield single and a walk. A couple of good cuts here. He grounded out 6-3 back in the second inning. So can certainly put the bat on the ball. Angels up 2. Scala on first, and nobody else here in the bottom half of the fourth. And Dunn showing a good eye again here at the plate. Next pitch for Musco. Dunn a swing and a miss. I think we're full here at 3-2. That ball was foul tipped and caught, goes in the books as a strikeout. So Darren Dunn goes down, and for Tate Musco, it's now 6 strikeouts here tonight as he works into the fourth inning. Now Nate Pegg at the plate. Musco's first pitch to Pegg, swing and a miss, strike 1. Grant Scala on first. The 0-1 to Nate. Well hit ball here to second. Knocked down. And the ruling at second base is safe. And Crew Livingston sending it over to Billy Large, but not in time to retire the lead runner, Grant Scala. So Pegg getting on. Now Ian Hamilton, who had that single to center field and scored a run back in the third inning, coming to hit here at the plate for the second time in this game. Swings to the first pitch. A little chopper here on the right side. Could be trouble, and it is. Angels load the bases with an infield single from Hamilton. So 2 hits here in the game for Hamilton from the number 11 position in the batting lineup. Now loads the bases here for the top of the order, and C.J. Gesk. The Angels have an opportunity here to blow this game wide open up 2. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And C.J. Gesk, who has gotten on twice so far in this game, walked back in the first inning, was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third inning. A well-hit ball here, but a nice snag from the shortstop, who makes the throw over to second. That was Billy Large on the little flip to Crew Livingston to get the out at second, but it does score a run. So Grant Scala scores on the play, give Gesk an RBI, fielder's choice 6-4. 2 outs now in the inning. And now Jaden Ringer at the plate. The runner's on first and third. Lead now at 7-4 for the Angels. Ringer walked and scored a run back in the first inning. Struck out in the third. Fouls off a pitch there. So this inning started with a Grant Scala single to left. Darren Dunn struck out swinging. Nate Pegg with an infield single. Ian Hamilton followed that up with an infield single of his own to load up the bases. Then Guest's RBI fielder's choice drives in Scala. Lead at 7-4. Ringer at the plate. Big cut there, but now 2 strikes on Jaden Ringer. Pirates trying to get out of a jam here without any additional damage being done. And that pitch ruled strike 3. Ringer punched out. Second time he's gone down. And that's now, let's count them up, 7 strikeouts for Tate Musco here today. So the Angels get a run here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th. 7-4 Angels over the Pirates here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Moving to the top half of the 5th inning, 7-4. Angels leading the Pirates. Pirates with Crew Livingston, Connor D'Amico, and Phillip Hall due up here in the 2nd. These 3 were retired 1-2-3. Or in the 5th, they were retired 1-2-3 back in the 2nd inning. This exact same spot, then facing Johnny Skotulak, now facing Carter Rosendale. Pirates now down 3 runs at 7-4. Rosendale's look good. Misses, though, on the first pitch, low and outside to Crew Livingston. As we said, Crew grounded out 6-3 back in the 2nd inning. Rosendale winds and fires the 1-0. Livingston ground ball here to second, right in between the wickets of the Angels' Jaden Ringer. And Livingston gets aboard. Now Connor D'Amico at the plate. See if the Pirates can take advantage. Good cut, fouled off there by Connor. Give Crew credit as well, doing a good job to put the bat on the ball. Hard ground ball on the right side, getting through. Giving his team a chance here in the late innings. And that pitch missing low. Rosendale winds and fires. Good cut, swing and a miss from D'Amico. Count at 1-2. You have Devin Kravosky loosening up for the Pirates. Likely see him on the mound in the bottom half of the fifth. He's throwing down the third base line. Last pitch from Rosendale missed. We're even at 2-2 on the count. And that pitch is missing inside, so D'Amico doing a nice job to work his way back into the count. Full now at 3-2. Big pitch here for Carter Rosendale. Payoff pitch, just foul tipped by D'Amico. Count remains full at 3-2. If D'Amico gets aboard, it would bring the game-tying run to the plate. Payoff pitch again. That's low for ball 4. So both Crew Livingston and Connor D'Amico getting aboard against Carter Rosendale to start this top half of the fifth inning. Now Philip Hall grounded out 3 unassisted coming to the plate. Philip also had a nice catch out in right field earlier today. Takes strike 1 here against Carter Rosendale. 0-1. 2 strikes now on Philip Hall. And Philip's going to have to protect the plates. Chokes up on the bat. 2-strike pitch. Just off the plates. Count at 1-2. As Philip will try to work his way back into the count. 1-2 pitch. Missing low and outside. Count now even at 2-2. Count now full at 3-2, and give Hall a lot of credit. Showing a lot of focus there at the plate. Got behind 0-2 early on, showing a good eye. Count now full at 3-2, and if Rosendale walks Hall here below the bases, 3-2 pitch, fouled off. Hall doing a nice job to stay alive. Big spot here in this game for both the Angels and the Pirates. 3-2 pitch again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Both Carter and Phillip battling during this at-bat. And Carter getting the strikeout he was looking for. 1 away. Now Tucker Schondelmeyer coming to the plate. A DH lefty. Grounded out 4-3 to start the third inning. And he faced Rosendale in that at-bat and takes ball 1 here. No cool breeze starting to blow in. 1-0 pitch, and therefore a strike. Nice pitch again from Carter. Count even at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Schondelmeyer. Top of the order due up next in Mark Tanner. 1-2 pitch, just missing low. Nice little stop there from Ethan Butter. Making sure that ball didn't get behind him. Allow the Pirates to advance their runners. Let's go, Jaden, be ready. Count out 2-2. Rosendale looking for a strike. It's high, and we're full again at 3-2. Need a strike here for Carter Rosendale. The top of the order due up next. Swing and a miss. Schondelmeyer goes down. Back-to-back strikeouts. They're really needed in this game now for Rosendale. Now it's 3 strikeouts here today. I think it's getting a little bit tougher now, facing Mark Tanner with 2 outs in the inning and 2 on. Tanner takes the first pitch for strike 1. Tanner single to center field back in the first inning. Also single to center field, picked up an RBI and scored a run in the 3rd inning. That pitch off the plate allowed the runners to advance. Correction on Tanner's second at-bat, did not pick up an RBI. Scored a run and stole a base. Of course, came around to score on Petronas' RBI, and Tanner, a well-hit ball here, dropping in. And it'll play a pair of runs for the Pirates. Both Livingston and D'Amico coming across. Got not only 1, but 2 RBIs there, and a big hit, a single to right center field. 3rd hit of the game for Mark Tanner, picks up 2 RBIs. And the Pirates back to within 1 at 7-6. And the meat of this Pirates order now at the plate. 2 outs here in the inning. And the Angels, head coach Rob Gask will bring the entire infield in here for a little talk. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Game that started with the Pirates scoring 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Angels coming back with 2 in the bottom half of the first. Had a scoreless second inning on both sides. Pirates took a 4-2 lead in the top half of the 3rd. Angels came back with 4 in the bottom half of the 3rd and added a run in the bottom half of the 4th to lead 7-4. But the Pirates plating 2 here in the top half of the 5th to get back to within 1. They now have the game tying run at first base, and Mark Tanner the go-ahead run at the plate, and Tate Musco. Musco 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored a run back in the first inning. Struck out swinging, facing Rosendale back in the 3rd. Rosendale's first pitch here to Musco, in for a strike, 0-1. Angels hoping that little infield meeting from Rob Gask will settle down the troops a little bit. Rosendale's 0-1 here to Musco, in for another strike. It certainly settled down Rosendale. 2 nice pitches there, and now 2 strikes on Tate Musco. Rosendale's 0-2 pitch just off the plate. Count at 1-2. And that's a little high. Count out 2-2. And Tanner on first. Musco at the plate. 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Nubbed foul by Musco. Musco worked the first 4 innings on the mound for the Pirates. So we might see Devin Kravoski on the mound here to start the bottom half of the 5th. Wait and see. 2-2 pitch again. Just off the plate, and we're full of 3-2. Nice sign there for Musco to work his way back into the count. Now the 3-2 pitch. Rosendale to Musco. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's the inning. So for Rosendale, that's his 4th strikeouts. The Pirates, though, do plate 2 runs here in the top half of the 5th. They're back to within 1. Down 7-6 as the Angels look for a couple of insurance runs here in the bottom half of the 5th. When we come back on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Angels with the meat of their order up here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Rosendale, Skotulak, and Andrews now facing Devin Kravosky, who's on the mound for the Pirates after Tate Musco worked the first 4 innings of this game. The lefty Kravosky with a nice pitch, finding the strike zone. 0-1 out of Carter Rosendale. Tate Musco now playing first as Kravosky and Musco switch positions. Well hit ball there from Rosendale all the way back to the wall in left center. Rosendale on his way to second. Relay coming in. Rosendale slides in safely and the throw gets away, and there goes Rosendale down to third base. So Carter Rosendale, a big hit for the Angels to start this bottom half of the 5th inning, as they look for a little insurance, leading 7-6. Now Johnny Skotulak trying to keep it going. Skotulak 2 for 2 today. Infield single back in the 1st inning, 2 RBI double, and scored a run in the 3rd inning. Chases that one, as Kravosky brings the heat with that high fastball, counted 0-1. Angels trying to get everything they can here in the bottom half of the 5th. The Pirates still with the meat of their order up the top half of the 6th. They'll be down to their final 3 outs. Good cut there from Skotulak with the ball getting away, and there's Rosendale getting an insurance run. Just a little miscommunication there on the throwback. And Rosendale comes around and scores, and the Angels now leading 8-6. And you have to really pay attention at all times out there. Base is now empty, but a run across. 2 strikes on Skotulak, and that pitch missing low. Count at 1-2. One-two pitch. High as Kravosky maybe trying to get Skotulak to chase again. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch off the plate, and we're full at 3-2. Nice job from Skotulak to work his way back into this at-bat. Payoff pitch, fouled back by Johnny Skotulak. Count remaining full at 3-2. 3-2 pitch, low and outside for ball 4. So the Angels with Skotulak aboard, 1 run already across. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th. And Brian Andrews coming to the plate. Andrews 2 for 2 today. He's driven in 4 runs. Single to right field back in the 1st. Triple to left field back in the 3rd. Drove in 2 RBIs with each hit. So 4 for the day. Another opportunity to add to that RBI total with Skotulak over at first, facing Devin Kravosky here. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch. Count at 0-1. Kravosky's 0-1. Off the plate, and there's an opportunity for Skotulak to get in a scoring position. It slides into second safely. Angels setting themselves up well here in the bottom half of the 5th. The Pirates will have Paxton Petronas, Devin Kravosky, and Patrick Kavanaugh due up in the top of the 6th. Andrews, hard ground ball here to second. Throw over to first in time, goes 4-3. Livingston to Musco to retire Andrews, but Andrews able to advance Skotulak down to 3rd with only 1 out here in the inning, with Ethan Butter coming to the plate. Butter 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts. This will be his first time facing Devin Kravosky here in the game. Pirates bringing the infield in a little bit here, trying to stop another run down at 3rd, and Johnny Skotulak. First pitch to Ethan Butter. low and bounces away there from Patrick Cavanaugh. Gets on it quickly. Remember, the Pirates already gave up that run to Rosendale earlier on this inning with a little miscommunication when Rosendale was down at third on a little throwback. And don't be surprised if Skocilak tries to hop on it again here as Butter takes that pitch from Kravoski for a strike. Angels lead by 2. Trying to add another run for a little protection as we head to the top half of the 6th. And Butter, a little ground ball here back to Cavanaugh. And now down at third. The ruling is safe on the slide back there from Skocilak. And the Angels, as they try to check Skocilak again, that allows Ethan Butter to get in a second. So 2 close plays over there at third. He had Tanner on the third base bag. It appeared early on like they might get Skocilak on a rundown. He went back to third. A couple of close throws over in that direction. And Ethan Butter gets himself on second base. But now Grayson Jarrett, who's 0 for 2 today at the plate. Still only 1 out here in the inning. You don't have a force out either. Pirates still that infield in. Kravoski's first pitch to Jarrett. Nice fastball and a good cut as well from Jarrett, who couldn't get a piece of it. Counted 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. And there for another strike, 0-2 now. Devin Kravoski to Grayson Jarrett. And a 2-strike pitch, just low. Grant Scavilla due up next. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored in this game. Kravoski's next pitch to Jarrett. Inside again. Big sequence here. Angels lead at 2. And that pitch right down the pipe for a strike. Boy, Kravoski and the Pirates needed that strikeout. First strikeout of the game for Kravoski. And now 2 outs here in the inning with Grant Scala coming to the plate. Runners on second and third. And with Butter being the catcher and 2 outs here in the inning, the last out and Grayson Jarrett heads down to second base. That allows Butter to have a little time to get the gear on. Gotta like the efforts to speed up the game. Now Scala at the plate. A hit here from Scala will certainly make the Angels' top half of the 6th inning a little easier. Took ball 1 high. The 1-0 pitch is a low, and the Angels are going to come home with it. And the ruling at home plate is safe, as somehow Johnny Skocilak got around the tag from Patrick Cavanaugh. Let's take another look at that one. And the Pirates coaching staff, they're not happy. That was close. Their contention is he has to slide. Things getting a little heated here at home plate. And of course is going to stand. A run scored for Johnny Skocilak. Now you have Grayson Jarrett, who's running for Ethan Butter down to third. And Grant Scala is still at the plate. 2 runs across now. You're in the bottom half of the 5th. We'll let you make your own call of that one. You folks watching at home. That pitch is high to Grant Scala. You thought Skocilak was dead to rights coming home there as Cavanaugh got around pretty quickly. little Texas two-step there from Skotulak. Ended up finding himself safe at home plate. Give him credit for being creative. A swing and a miss there from Grant Scala, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the fifth. So Kravoski ends the inning with 2 strikeouts, but aggressive base running, getting the Angels both of their runs on some moves home from Rosendale and Skotulak. And the Pirates down to their final 2 outs as we head to the top half of the 6th. 9-6 Angels over the Pirates here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Grayson Jarrett coming on, trying to close out this game for the Angels. Coming on in relief of both Johnny Skotulak, who worked the first 2 innings, and Carter Rosendale, who worked the middle 3. A couple of other defensive switches for the Angels. Carter Rosendale was pitching, now playing shortstop. C.J. Gesk playing second. Johnny Skotulak playing third base, as he had since the 3rd inning. Brian Andrews still a third. Nate Pegg out in left. Jaden Ringer in center. And Ian Hamilton in right. Ethan Butter still catching. And they'll be facing Paxton Petronas, Devin Kravoski, and Patrick Cavanaugh, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Pirates here in the top half of the 6th. The Angels do have a 3-run cushion. This game tightening up again. Again, the Angels with a 9-8 win over the Pirates in Game 2. Pirates defeated the Angels 7-3 in Game 1, and this one has the makings of a game coming right down to the wire here in Game 3, the decisive game of this best-of-3 championship series to determine the champion of the new HARC Major League Youth Division, as Jarrett sends the first pitch over to Petronas, who rips it deep to center, over the wall and gone! What a way to start the top half of the 6th. A home run to straightaway center field for Paxton Petronas, who's had a very productive game at the plate. Had the RBI triple back in the 3rd, driving in Mark Tanner. And now the home run here to center field to start the top half of the 6th and pull the Pirates back to within 2 at 9-7. Now Rob Gesk trying to settle down his troops again. Time to shake things off a little bit. Devin Kravoski coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Grounded out 4-3 back in the 1st inning. Had what was ruled a single to left field back in the 4th inning. Remember, Kravoski tried to get aggressive there and head to second and was gunned out trying to go to second base with a nice relay throw coming in. And he takes the first pitch here for strike 1 against Grayson Jarrett. Now Jarrett focused. The 0-1 here to Kravoski. Pitch a little inside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Boy, how big were those insurance runs now in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The cushion down to 2. Cavanaugh on the on-deck circle representing the game-tying run. Still nobody out here in the top half of the 6th. 1-1 to Kravoski. Swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Devin Kravoski. Now if Kravoski can get aboard, much like Petronas, you have Cavanaugh that really packs a punch in his bat. Now 2 strikes on Kravoski, and that pitch low from Jarrett. And the count even at 2-2. Little League season wrapping up here in Hopwood. The game coming right down to the wire. Jarrett focused again. Deep breath. 2-2 here to Kravoski. Kravoski chasing that one, sending a chopper over to short. Rosendale comes up with a nice throw over to first to Skotulak to get Kravoski 6-3. Boy, the defense from the shortstop position on both sides has been solid throughout the course of the game, and Rosendale coming up big again. Big throw from over at shorts. Skotulak hanging on over at first. One out here in the inning with Kavanaugh coming to the plate. You talk about focus, that's Patrick Kavanaugh. From deep in the batter's box. Facing Grayson Jarrett with his team down 2. Jarrett's first pitch to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh a rope! And what a grab again from Rosendale. Kavanaugh with a well-hit ball was robbed by Rosendale. Now 2 outs here in the inning. And the Angels an out away from capturing this best-of-3 championship series. Connor Kalich at the plate. Kalich has been aboard in both of his plate appearances so far in this game. First pitch from Jarrett, right down the pipe for a strike, 0-1. Kalich with that RBI double to center field back in the first inning. Worked his way back into the count and drew a walk back in the 4th inning. With a strike on him now, facing Grayson Jarrett. And Jarrett a little more deliberate than Johnny Skotulak and Carter Rosendale, taking his time now with time called at home plate. I think Kalich is backing out a little bit. Didn't want to get frozen there by Jarrett. And Jarrett back into his routine. Another deep breath. 0-1 pitch here to Kalich. Swing and a miss. Tactics working out so far for Grayson Jarrett. Now trying to finish off this game, this series, and pick up a championship here for the Angels. 0-2, Jarrett to Kalich. Jarrett focused again, will wind and fire the 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Kalich goes down, and the Angels with a 9-7 win over the Pirates here in Game 3 of this best-of-3 championship series. What a series it was. Again, the Pirates captured Game 1 7-3. The Angels had a rally back for a 9-8 win in Game 2. And now holding on for a 9-7 win here in game number 3. The Pirates scoring 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Angels coming back with 2 runs in the bottom half of the first inning. We had a scoreless second inning. The Pirates took a 4-2 lead in the top half of the third inning with a run scored, but a big bottom half of the third inning, giving the Angels a 6-4 lead over the Pirates. They extended that to 7-4 with a run scored in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Pirates coming back with 2 runs in the top half of the fifth to cut it to 7-6. Angels 2 big insurance runs in the bottom half of the fifth inning to go up 9-6. You had the Paxton Petronas solo shot to lead off the top half of the sixth inning for the Pirates, but that was it. Grayson Jarrett settling down, getting Devin Kravoski to ground out 6-3. A well-hit ball from Patrick Kavanaugh, gloved down by Carter Rosendale, and then Grayson Jarrett finishing things off with a strikeout of Connor Kalich to end the game as the Angels take Game 3 in the championship series with a 9-7 win over the Pirates here tonight. And this game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, Gary Smith, and their staff. Again, we thank you for not only joining us tonight, but for joining us for the entire Little League Youth Baseball Series here in Hopwood this season. For Jerry Dupay, this is Brian Morozak. Again, your final score here in Game 3, the Angels 9 and the Pirates 7. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. So long, everybody.